friend, the founder of WowCube, and a gaming console built inside a twistable cube. Max, welcome to Edge Cases.
Hey everyone, yeah, thanks Diana. My name is Max Filin. I'm a CEO and co-founder of the WowCube, and here I tell you a bit of the story, tech details, glimpse into the future, and make make the world a little bit how to make the world a little bit more fun and a bit more smart with the WowCube. So ready for
Yeah,
questions,
Max,
Diana?
mind if you share with us what the cube looks like?
Oh, of course. So yeah, I have it. Uh, it's the device looks like a 2x2 version of the Rubik's Cube, and actually you interact it with the same way. You twist it in a four in a layer, and the way you
Oh
twist
my
the Rubik's
gosh,
Cube. But it
it's
can
lighting up.
be a toy, an educational toy, a console, a creative tool, a digital photo frame, an AI companion, and a brain gym. But I can continue for the use cases, but let me just show you this. The items you can see here on this of these modules, it's actually different games or apps. This device consists of 8 absolutely autonomous modules. So by saying autonomous, I literally means that those modules are independent computers. We have 8 computers here covered with 24 high resolution screens. So basically, the entire surface of this device is the screen, and you change the geometry of the screen interacting with a digital world as if it's a real object. So despite the fact that those modules are autonomous, they connected to each other, sharing data. So it allows objects literally step from one screen to another. So let me show you just a simple example so you will understand very easily.
Yeah.
I just randomly start one of the games. We have about 70 available on our store. You have 24 screens, obviously, so 24 screens may have 24 games in the cube, but we have the store, we have the application, you can download it, the cube is connected. So I randomly pick one, and here I see the leaderboard, then I twist it, and I have the simple game called Cut the Rope. These iconic games for the
Ah,
smartphones in past.
yeah, I know
So
that game.
by tilt, yeah, you, it's funny one, yeah. I then I tilt the cube. See, this candy hanging on the rope. It has accelerometers, so to twist, I can swing like this, and to cut the rope, I need to twist the cube, so I cut it, and by
It makes
moving through
noises
this
too.
maze. Oh yeah, it has 8 speakers inside it. We can talk about the hardware a little bit for later. So see, I gave it to this little frog to eat. So I traveled across the device. So it's designed to hold with your both hands, far from the eyes. And always think in 3 dimension. Even if you play this arcade or
Super
puzzle
cool.
game, you always increase your spatial reasoning motor to brain coordination.
Yeah,
I always say like this: if you take the smartphone from your kid, what should you give instead? Something interesting as video games, but
yeah,
developing as puzzles.
exactly. For what age group of children is this designed for? I
That's
can
a
play this all the time too.
yeah, that's the perfect question. And actually, I would ask, what is the age group for the smartphone? It depends on the content. We have many games in different genres. Some of them are difficult, puzzle games, super difficult. You need to act fast there. Some of them relaxing, just for
Mm,
meditation. We have simple games for kids. We have
mm.
applications for productivity, like the device is connected. So once you not play, you put it on this charger dock station. It's very fancy one with a
Mm.
ambient light on the bottom and microphones. It's actually another computer, but then it stands there. It turns to a multi-purpose tool. You can show pictures of your family, Bitcoin rate, weather, you name it. You have 24 screens.
Wow,
You can utilize them. So the age group is pretty wide, I would
that's
say.
incredible.
Depend on, yeah.
Let's start from the beginning. I'm really curious how you got this idea and how you just started working on this.
Yeah, that's I was waiting for that question. It's a very beautiful story actually, and it started about 10 years ago. Then a son of my friend once asked, "What if to put live characters on a Rubik's cube surface?" So
Mm,
that simple question sparked everything. We
mm,
brought a group of incredibly talented people and start to think outside the cube. And together
yep.
we built this. So it came from the idea of the 15 years old boy.
Wow. And I guess, was there a specific moment or did it build over time? Was there a moment where you feel like, wow, this is actually going to work? Or was it super easy from the beginning?
Um, well, then the engineer's brain and the adventurer's brain collide with an idea to make something that no one managed to build before.
Right.
You you don't think that much. You just start to build. And what's interesting, I, I I would say like this: it might look like a toy at first, but it's much more than a toy. I just told you
For sure.
different use cases. And then it stands on the desk. I just accidentally switched it off. It stands on the desk, show the digital aquarium, like where fish lives inside the cube, and you can and that fish you can win them in the games. So there are so many different other use cases. Comics. We
Mm,
have comics for this queue. You assemble the
yeah.
comics, you upload the comics, they're black and white, you assemble, it became alive,
Yeah.
and you can see the sands moving. And we have music apps. It can be a
Mm,
companion for a PC. But to answer your question, whenever I show this concept, in the beginning it was big and ugly, but still, to someone, their eyes lights up. They
yeah.
immediately starts inventing their own use cases
Right.
uh, for different use cases for this
Yeah.
device, and it gives me confidence that there is something in WowCube for everyone. That's
Right.
the most important thing, that the cube is ignite curiosity. So
Got
yeah,
it.
that
So developers can actually build apps and games on the cube. It's not just something that's like passive and all
oh,
the things are built for.
that's the core idea of this device. So we create not only the hardware, we create the operation system. And by the way, yes, we did the operation system ourselves. And we create software emulator. We create the SDK, software development kit.
Mm,
So uh, we also have a no-code solution. Let me talk a little bit about SDK. So yes, developers can download SDK, download emulator, make their own content, and upload to our store to share with others. We also have what we call the WowCube Studio. It's then
mm,
there is a no-code solution. You can
hmm.
literally make pictures of ourselves, and it appears on the cube. You can make simple games out of it, or just a digital photo frame, and it's available on our website. Yes.
Wow. What are some of your favorite games people have made on WellCube?
My favorite games?
Yeah.
Uh, 248, one of the first game we ever made, 2048. It's a game where uh, it's a very unique usage of this game. Then you twist the cube. Let me find if I have it on one of those cubes. Pre-installed. I wasn't ready for that question. I have many games actually that I really like. A Ladybug, but 2048, probably it's one of the most, I would say, sticky game. It's
Hmm.
interesting to play with, and the gameplay is very long. But whatever, yeah, it's loading. I accidentally switched it off, so it's loading. But what's important here, we are not game designers.
Mm.
We're a bunch of creative people who made this
Yeah.
device happen, but this is platform for the creative designers. So I'm still waiting, and this is my actually passion, that people can create something absolutely extraordinary
Mm.
for this type of new device where entire surface is the screen and you change it geometry during the
Yeah.
gameplay. Uh, I'll give you example, if you don't mind,
Yeah.
as a short example. So imagine a Pac-Man. If someone will make a Pac-Man for them. So in our case, you can go through the device. There are several usage there, several options that you cannot just replicate on a flat 2D screen
Yep.
devices.
Yeah.
You can say if you ran away from the ghosts, you can with your real hands physically change
Mm.
and put them to another dimension. So
Yeah.
those use cases, that's absolutely unique.
Right. Right. I remember you also mentioning this other use case where for Valentine's Day, the boyfriend can design something where, once the Rubik's Cube is arranged, a video of the couple will be shown.
Catch
Oh, no, no.
something was
I was just saying, I remember you mentioning this game where for Valentine's Day, the boyfriend
um
can design something where like once you finish playing with the Rubik's Cube,
and
the video of them can
it
show
shows.
up, the couple can show up, right?
Yeah. It's
It can
actually
be
the
so
sky is the
personal.
limit. Yes, yeah, you can make very personal things. You can upload pictures. Like then I give it as a gift. I can upload there like some
Yeah,
pictures of that person and some screensavers for the Valentine's. Yes, it was like this the
yeah.
hearts around the cube. Yeah,
Got
exactly.
it. You also mentioned, I guess the no-code solution when someone wants to build something. Can you like tell us a little bit more? Because I'm sure there are lots of like people that wants to build cool apps on your thing, but may not have like being so technical. Would love to understand more of how that
Uh,
process will look like.
Yeah, the simplest and easiest way actually just to go through www.wowcube.com and press the studio so you will easily catch what it is. You basically see the cube in 2D and you drag and drop pictures and the let's say a sort of AI will help you to build a simple game or
Yeah,
digital photo frame, or you even can pick the place on your Google Panorama on your
yeah,
Google Street View, and it will shows the 3D the panoramic picture on the cube of the
yeah,
places where you've been. So
yeah.
yeah, it's drag and drop interface, very simple. You won't be
Very
able to
cool.
do something super difficult, super like new type of the
Yeah,
games, but simple one, just UGC, that's easy.
super cool. Thanks for sharing that. I'm also curious for the first prototype, did it look like something similar to what we have now, or was it very different?
Oh, and it was completely different. Uh, it was the first prototype what was that big, and it was built by our actually main founder Ilya together with his son. Remember, I mentioned it was his idea to make it,
Yeah,
so it was huge, based on Arduino, and it was charged by 2.5 millimeter audio jack. So later, then our first company engineer Simeon joined the team. That's when the real development began. So we went through lots of, I would say, hundreds
hmm,
of different prototypes based on STM, MTK, different platforms, many sizes, thickness of this glass, covered glass, materials, hinge. The central ball, we have a central here in the very center. We have a hinge here. I don't
hmm,
if you see it, I don't know.
yep,
So it wasn't obvious how to make it. It was square
right.
in the beginning, and then and the ball and magnetic and not magnetic. So yeah, the first one was that big, and we still have it in our, I would say, museum of
Museum?
WowCube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would you say is the single biggest challenge? I'm sure there are like many challenges building a hardware product, but what would you say is like the toughest part or a tough period that you went through
Um,
with building
in
this?
hardware part, because you know you're asking about the hardware, right?
Yeah, yeah, and building this
So
hardware, like the kind of decisions that you have to make.
that's actually a very hard question to answer in one sentence, because
Mm,
um, there's so many non-obvious problems we had to invent solutions for.
Yeah.
And even now, every day, our team meeting a new challenges. So
Yeah.
how to charge it, how to connectors work, what connectors should be made of, or how they communicate a heating problem.
Mm.
Those endless questions, and the answers, it simply doesn't exist. So we have to invent, and you cannot just ask Google or ChatGPT how to do that. And that time there was no ChatGPT even. So we had
Right.
to invent the operation system with all the pieces that comes with it, from the App Store, file system, notifications, and everything. But I'm just thinking out loud. If
Yeah.
to choose one thing,
Yeah.
the hardest, you will be surprised, the hardest problem making so is to make so complex device affordable. Given the
Right.
limitation of resources in computer power, in space, 24 screens is 24 screens. They
Yeah.
cost like 24 screens,
Right.
and you need to optimize literally everything to
Yeah.
like we want to play a game on a SoC on
Yeah.
microprocessors designed for the door
Right.
lock. Okay, so
Yeah.
that was the challenge. It's not a hardware or software. It's something in between. And
Right.
the power management, of course, the power management, that was a
Yeah.
whole engineering universe by itself. Then you want
Mm.
8 devices work like one simultaneously.
Mm. How did you approach solving it?
Tests, R&D, nightmares, R&D again. It was a long journey, and the simplest answer: we have genius engineers in our team. It's not. It's like I'm so excited to work with those guys.
Mm.
Sometimes we came up with ideas that absolutely not obvious, something
Mm.
that we really have to think outside the box.
Yeah. How big is your team right now?
Oh, it's about 50 people. Considering like we don't have not everyone works full time. We have engineers. For example, we have some developers in Eastern Europe. They work part
Mm.
time. We have those who made this applications for the
Yeah.
iPhone, and SDK is another team, and management is another team, and marketing is another team. So about 50 in total.
Got it. Got it. Very cool. Coming back to the engineering piece a little bit, I know you mentioned each module has its own electronics, and
Mhm.
it's like operates kind of independently. How do they actually communicate with each other, when you're rotating the cube?
I'll show you. It's simple, and it's the best way is to show you. So if I disassemble the cube,
Yep.
you may see that so each of these modules is independent computer. If you see those metal plates, they are spring-loaded pistons with a small neodymium magnetic balls inside it. It's like
Huh.
in total we have 144 neodymium magnets in this device.
Wow.
So it's like plus minus RXTX. So then you twist the cube. The connectors rotate, align, and magnetically snap into place, allowing both
Mm.
power and data pass between the modules. So
Oh.
that's actually this technology is patented, and
Uh-huh.
this idea came from our original founder Ilya.
Mm.
And in many ways, I would say this mechanism is the secret sauce that makes the whole device possible.
Mm.
Exactly those connectors.
Got it.
Uh,
Super cool. And I know not an advertisement for RiseLink, but I know you chose to build on RiseLink's platform and their latest chip. How did you make that choice, and what has worked slash not worked for you so far?
so that it is important to understand that so the basic question is why RiseLink, right? It's important to understand that every device has different requirements. There is no universal chipset for everything. In our case, I constantly have to balance performance and cost. So
Mm,
remember, we have 8 of them here, right? So we evaluated many options before choosing RiseLink. For us, it's the optimal balance in capabilities and efficiency. I would say like this. It gives exactly what we need: performance, hardware accelerators, wireless connectivity, and even on-board narrow partitioning unit, but without unnecessary things like 5G, for example, which is only
mm,
increase the cost, and we don't need it here. At
yeah.
the same time, power consumption, which is I really appreciate and respect here, the power consumption and heat management remain within a very reasonable range. For this device, it's very important that those are tiny batteries there, and we want
Mm,
people play it for a long period of time. So for such compact device, it's critical.
mm,
But of course, the most important factor, I would say 100% most important factor, is the level of engineering resources and collaboration we received from
right.
like RiseLink, from the manufacturer, from engineers, is something we could only dream about before. So in many ways, I would say we're building this platform together.
That's amazing. I'm glad to hear. Um,
Thank you.
yeah, I guess towards the end of our little session together, we'll love to get some advice from you for like future hardware builders or aspiring hardware builders. What are some advice that you would have for them, for someone that's looking to building hardware? Because I know, like, for building software, maybe the fixed cost at the beginning might be much lower compared to building hardware. There's just so many more components that could be going wrong, and prototyping can take much longer. Yeah, what is something that you wish you knew earlier? Um, or something
Don't
that you
go
want to
there.
pass on?
Don't. Hardware is hard, people say, and it's actually true. But it's a little bit in a different way. Then you start a hardware project. You need to understand that it's long. It's not just you cannot change anything on the go. You need
Right.
to consider that it's time consuming,
Yeah.
and you always depend on the sourcing on everything. But I would say most important is com complete understanding of design versus design for manufacturing.
Mm,
You can 3D print anything you want. You
yeah.
can build it as a MVP, but then you start to make it from just the prototype that already works
Right.
to the device that you need to give to the hands of the end users.
Yeah.
There is the problems start to raise, because
Right.
end users, especially in our case, they are kids, they are housewives, they
Yeah.
they're not very tech savvy. They just want to grab and play, and
Mm.
it need to be durable, it need to be reliable, and all this type of things. And you need to very carefully calculate the unit economy, of course. So this is the part. If you ask me right now, it's a very important part to understand this.
Thank you, Max. Thanks for joining us today. Really enjoyed our conversation. So for a developer watching this right now, who wants to build something on your cube, what's the very first step and how do they get started?
So that's my favorite question, and that's actually very crucial for us. So let me tell you my vision, and maybe the most important part, my message to developers. That's all about interfaces. There was a keyboard, and then the people play Tetris, then appears the mouse, and remember, then the playing Doom with the mouse gave you a huge advantage. Then touchscreen with multi-touch, and Rovio came with Angry Birds. So we now introducing a new type of interface, a new way to interact, and they're giving you the tools to explore it. We launched the developers version of this cube last year, and guys, making the games for this cube, it's relatively easy. It's not making the new Call of Duty. The gameplay here is more important than the graphics, so it's relatively easy. Uh,
Mm.
in fact, you can take old classical game, reimagine it for the new device, where
Mm.
entire screen is a surface, and make it. So developers can now download our emulator and SDK, start experimenting right away, and if you have a concept that feels natural for the cube, the best step is to apply for our WowCube grant program. You can find it on www.wowcube.com. We review the ideas, we refine them, support prototype development, provide real funding for promising projects, and I would say our team has already designed several games, but they are like arcades, maze, puzzles, different genre, but they are
Mm.
more like a demos.
Right.
Uh, so we already built a platform. We built the store.
Yeah.
It's all already working and available. We know how to sell hundreds of thousands of these cubes ourselves just as a smart toy. But you, developers, you have a chance to get your hands on the iPhone before it hits the market. You have
Super cool.
opportunity to just create a new game, not a game, but even a new, you can invent a new genre to be the one who creates a new Tetris.
Yeah.
So go to www.wowcube.com, download SDK, emulator, and apply for the grants.
Awesome. Thanks, Max.
Thank you, thank you. It's just like Rubik's Cube did once. WowCube is becoming part of the pop culture. It's a future toy of the year right here in my hands. And we build the tech, we build the device. Now it's time to build the world around it.